want us to record our own tracks?
Yeah, just so I can have cleaner audio.
Hold on, Sean. I gotta tell you how to do this.
Elders and this kind of stuff. Kung Fury poster though.
The Kung Fury one?
Fucking badass.
I ordered that from the site. I love the crap out of that thing.
That's a good one.
Oh yeah, totally. The rest of the wall is just covered though. I don't have like any spare wall space in my room.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah,
Fuck
definitely. It took me like 5 years, but now there's literally no room for a wall in this room.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh no. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna enjoy my my Cheerios lunch. Hello, audience. Is it working?
Getting there.
That's the spirit.
Already has an update. Crazy. It's hot.
Not good. We're installing Audition on the computers right now.
You're installing something?
Yeah, it'll take a minute.
Okay.
Enjoy your Cheerios.
Oh, I am. They're delicious. I've got the regular kind and the honey nut kind are sitting around, so I just kind of alternate.
I got my Fruit Loops in my cupboard right now. They do me well.
Oh, that's delicious. What?
Colossus of Clout.
Okay, I misheard that, and I thought someone said Colossus was hot, and I was really confused there for a moment. I'm like, if you're into that sort of thing, I'm not going to be the one to judge, but...
How the fuck can there already be...
You okay?
Yeah, no, those headphones on.
Check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Excuse me.
Audition.
La la.
How was your drive back to Chicago, Tyler?
It was kind of rough, but somehow I managed to miss all the storms, and that was good.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was at about... What?
Sorry, I was just checking the recording.
I was about like a half an hour, 45 minutes from my place, and I could see like all this, like the angry storm clouds and like just north of me, and I saw lightning and everything, but it never hit me. I don't know what was going on with that.
I forget. Did we get a bunch of storms here, Carl?
When?
The night. No, we didn't. I don't think.
No, I don't think so. I don't remember. No, we did not. Sunday night? No. Or Saturday night.
Yeah, Sunday.
Did it rain much when I was in Iowa?
Sprinkled, I think.
Okay. I mean, it's been... The weather has been going insane lately, but somehow it missed us.
Is he coming in weird to you?
Yes, sir. Your audio's weird.
Are you recording, like... Are you recording to Audacity or something, or what are you doing?
Sean, hit the stop button on yours. On Audition.
It might just be that he's peeking.
No, it's you, Tyler.
It's me? What'd I do?
I don't know. It just seems like it just is like distorted a little bit.
That's probably just a Skype chat. I have my microphone here, so I'm getting clean stuff on this end at the moment.
All right, that's all that matters. So go ahead, Sean, when you hit stop, everything should be white now in the middle, the waveform.
Yep.
Hit delete or backspace. So just blank canvas now, and then hit record again. It'll just pick up from it.
Recording now.
All right, we're good.
All right, cool. So, this is my podcast. It's pretty chill, and we don't. There's no real order to things, and we just kind of talk about whatever we want to bring up, and it's mainly just in the discussion forum. And I kind of want. This is also kind of the last or one of the last appearances of the Movie Boner podcast, from what I've been told.
Oh, this will be the death of it.
I don't know if that's. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, that's kind of funny, but it's also kind of sad. So
Bittersweet.
yeah.
Season 3, death.
Favorite deaths in movies, favorite death scenes in TV shows. Let's do it.
We should have Sean Beanby in here, I think.
Oh, I wish we could get him, but I'm not that important.
I'm not that important.
Yeah, my podcast has less subscribers than there are numbers of episodes of the podcast. That's not a good sign.
Well, I think you should probably figure out how to also do it as an MP3, because we were going to listen to it yesterday, but I wasn't going to stream YouTube for an hour and a half while I was in the car.
Oh yeah, I should probably do a SoundCloud thing too.
Yeah, I mean, either that or there's probably plenty of free podcast hosters. SoundCloud will make you charge $15 a month to do unlimited gigs or some shit like that.
Really?
So, and with your episodes being so long, that's going to add up really fast.
Shoot.
So, but there's got to be some sort of like free, I think it's called Bean Podcasting or some shit like that, some platform where you can just upload for free and host it on there. But that might help you. I don't know. Just a suggestion. Do what you
By
want.
the way, I have to be done at 4.
He does, and I can last till 4:30 now. I don't have. I got some stuff pushed back, so
Sure.
it's gonna be a short and sweet one.
Sure.
Cool.
Yeah. I was hoping the death throes of the Movie Boner would last a little longer than this, but
Yeah.
we could always do another podcast in the future. So.
Right.
Sure.
Death Part 1.
Oh, I'm gonna fix the viewer settings on the podcast. By the way, I don't know how the last episode got private.
Yeah, I don't know.
Did it ever clear that? Did that ever clear up or?
I didn't check again. I was gonna listen to it while I was doing some editing work this morning, and then I was like, I'll just listen to the other one then. So.
Okay. It says it's been viewed, so I don't know. Let me see.
Weird. Yeah, I'm not sure. Let's see. All right, let's get this bad boy underway so we can get Mr. Sean on his road to stardom.
Did you get me another beer?
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
All right. I'll fix the private issue on the last episode later. So.
Yep.
I think this is.
This would be 25.
No, I've already recorded a 25. I think this is probably 26. So. I kind of record these in bunches and just edit them out. That way I have like somewhat regular episodes.
Right, that makes sense for sure.
Just because the people I podcast with are all over the place, so it's weird. So I can get on a regular basis. So.
Right. Cool.
In any case, how are you guys doing?
Fantastic.
I'm really good.
It looks like you've healed properly since the 48-hour film festival.
Yeah.
Dude, I was telling Sean yesterday that I'm gonna start taking the day after the 48-hour film just to sleep all day long. On Tuesday I was late to work 4 hours because I just slept.
Oh shoot, that's horrible. Was it a gig or?
No, like my actual GoDaddy job. I was late to.
Okay, that's still pretty bad, but
it's worse. Yeah, but it's whatever.
I mean, if you're late
time.
4 hours to the wedding, that's pretty bad too. But
well, that's at least hair and makeup I missed and some prep. Wedding still probably hasn't gone down, but yeah. No.
Yeah, you'd hope so. You really hope so.
I hope no one gets married on a Tuesday anyway.
Can I clear something up real
on
quick?
this lovely Tuesday afternoon?
Can I clear something up real quick?
Go ahead.
Tyler, how do you pronounce your last name?
Hummel.
Okay, I figured.
Ich bin ein German.
What have you been up to? How are you doing?
Oh, I just said my name is German and German very badly. Someone's probably gonna correct me on that.
All right. Sounds good.
I've been working a lot this week. I had 2 days of internship stuff, 2 days of taking care of family, and then I spent Friday on a business trip. I had to run into the Chicago for like 4 hours and drop off an audio, like 40 gigabytes of audio files and session files and stuff like that for my last project, which I just wrapped on.
Nice.
And then yesterday I was out in the western suburbs all day, just kind of doing an all-day shoot. So I keep busy.
Nice.
So,
Now, do your listeners, subscribers, people of your fame know what you did for the 48 hour? Do they even know anything about that?
No, I wanted to bring that up as one of our first subjects because yeah, I think I told my friends about it, but it's worth going into just like the stories of how that day went down, just because it's an interesting couple of stories. So, these wonderful people here brought me all the way out to Iowa for the weekend to assist with the 48-hour film festival, and I was there.
Iowa is a state. We're not Ohio or Idaho.
Did I mispronounce it or something? Or?
No. People are like, wait, you're the potato state. I'm like, no, that's Idaho. I'm like, oh wait, you're Ohio. And like, no, that's Ohio. We're Iowa.
Did you see my Facebook status is all about Iowa when I was there?
yeah.
I was too busy making a movie.
Oh, I was like Facebooking late at night or like when I was leaving and stuff like that. I wasn't doing it while I was boom operating, but
Yeah.
I was just like, wow, the state's just like Western Illinois. There's like nothing here. I'm so used to being outside of Chicago where everything is so densely packed, and then I just spend 8 hours in the car and there's just nothing around me for hours.
It's kind of miserable.
If it's only miserable if you make it that way. It's just culture shock for me.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure. So yeah,
It was a good experience.
yeah.
Oh, definitely.
So yeah, I guess sorry I kind of interrupted you talking to your peeps about what you did. So.
Oh, both of them, both my peeps.
Good old mom and dad never let you down.
Oh, mom and dad, thank you for watching my podcast. No one else would. That's just sad.
So yeah, we had you come down, help us out for the 48 hours. That was pretty cool because last year our audio sucked, and you don't quite suck as bad. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, my last
Your
client might
skills-
agree with you, but I don't know.
All right, your skills are definitely way beyond ours, so we definitely appreciate you coming down. So
There was one Russell sound wrestling in that dialogue track. Tyler, you're fired. I don't want to make fun of my last clients too much, but they sent me notes like that. So anyway,
funny.
go on.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, I mean, what were you expecting? I mean, I know I talked to you about it before in the past and stuff, but I guess what were you expecting this adventure to be?
I wasn't expecting it to be quite as early in the morning as it ended up being, but I just kind of expected it would be a little bit more laid back, but it was basically like any other location shoot I've been on before. I mean, I've done full shoots in individual days. Like the last short film I shot in a day. So
Right.
I've done stuff like that before. It was just different.
Yeah, it's definitely different than any other stuff I've ever done before. I mean, probably speaking for Sean too. It's less prep. I mean, that's definitely gonna be your biggest difference between anything. But obviously, the process of making a movie is still the same. I mean, you're still, getting everything. It's just, I think the biggest thing is less prep time for sure.
Yeah, I think it's less prep time and less time to go over like the actual story you have. Because I mean, the day of like when we were supposed to shoot, we got up early, and really what we were doing until we started shooting was just trying to make the script more solid than it was, and that's something we are going to learn from to curve next year. I think it's just to try and get the story solid before the day we actually shoot, and then shoot the script, and I think that'll make it go along a lot easier.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, I definitely think, we should maybe start from the beginning. So Tyler gets to Iowa, gets to my place, 12:30, 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
I left like 8 a.m., 9 a.m. that morning, so I was in the car for a long time.
All right, and so then he gets here. We've had podcasts before, but we never met face to face. And I'm like, all right, well, we're just waiting for my girlfriend and Sean to show up, and then we're gonna take off. He's like, oh, we're taking off? I'm like, oh yeah, we're gonna go to Des Moines to go pull our category. He's like, oh, how far is Des Moines? I'm like, 2 more hours that you have to sit in the car each way.
Frick my life.
And so he has to sit in the car for 8 hours on Friday, Luckily, the last 4 hours he just sits there, you know. But so
Yeah, I got like through half of a book while we were on that trip.
so we go to Iowa City to pick up the director, Talon, and then we head off to Des Moines. Des Moines from Iowa City is an hour and a half, give or take. And we're driving, all of a sudden, traffic starts backing up a little bit. All of a sudden, cop cars come flying past us on the left-hand side, left-hand shoulder, and I'm like, fuck. This is never a good sign on 80. Can we cuss in your podcast?
I don't care.
All right.
It wouldn't be the first time.
And stuff. So we're all sitting there. I'm like, this is not a good sign. Because first of all, we're 40 minutes behind schedule because Talon decided to get a stupid haircut that was 20 minutes late anyways. So
I'll go on the record. I mean, he's got immaculate hair.
he does have immaculate hair. I mean, when you're 20, you look like Talon. You got to make sure everything's prepped and clean.
I don't retract my jerk statement.
So I wanted to get there early because we wanted to go eat at this brewery, Exile Brewery, which is fantastic. So if you ever get to Des Moines or find a bottle of Exile something.
That's all we were like worried about.
Yeah, that's what we were really worried about. Like,
Brought to you by Exile America.
we were even talking about looking at the menu and calling the place up and ordering the food prep time just so like, all right, we're gonna be in there in 30 minutes, have our food ready by this time, just so we can have it, because I didn't give a fuck. We were stopping by there, drinking and having a beer. So this year, I wanted to leave a lot early because last year we were late to showing up to the event. We thought we had to be there at 7. No, it started at 7. We had to be there at 6. And so this year we didn't want to make, all right, let's not be late again. But we showed up normal time. We talked to some other filmmakers that we know from other past experiences and stuff like that. Then comes the time when we pull the category. Dun dun dun. Dramatic music.
Ultimate fuck.
Right.
Yeah, black and white Western musical.
Right.
Or silent Western musical, as I said.
I would be stoked.
What the fuck that, man? I'd just be like, I give up.
No, we just gotta get a bunch of
$140.
footage of people dancing and lip syncing, and then we just put in like the title card, music.
That, and before we shoot, just do a bunch of drugs. And then we get to shoot.
All right, we're gonna buy a kilo of Coke. Tyler, you break it up. You divvy it up amongst everyone. But no, so
We're gonna reenact a David Lynch movie by turning the slow speed setting on our camera on and all getting taking drugs.
we're just gonna redo Below. Can't feel my face. I can't feel my face. No.
Full category, and what is it?
You pull a category, and there's 2 categories on there. You get to choose which category you want to be, or not be, but make a film about. I am the best puller in the world. First year I pulled Detective Cop, which is fun. This year I was like, gotta do better. I'm already hammered. I gotta do better. Animal film or holiday film? Probably the second worst combo draw that you can probably get.
Yeah.
Maybe third. I don't know. Well, I mean, because you guys were hearing some of the other categories being pulled before it got to me, because I think 20 categories had already been, or 20 people already pulled before me, right?
Yeah.
I think there was an air of like, oh man, I don't know how it can get much worse. And then like once ours was pulled, I'm like, oh fuck. But then like we all were thinking like we could do anything and just set it on a holiday.
Right.
And we'll be fine. And so we kind of did.
Right. So yeah, we were just standing around talking. Well, people were talking about what holiday we should do, and we obviously, I mean, at this point, I think we instantly all agreed we're not doing a major holiday. Fuck Christmas, fuck Thanksgiving, fuck New Year's, fuck all that shit, because
We're not doing a peanut special here.
Right, exactly. You know, and that's what everyone else would do. We watched holiday films last year, and they just bombed. I mean, I don't know, was that because the people who made it sucked? Was it because they just didn't know what they were doing and they were new, or did they just make a horrible movie? I don't know.
It's a hard topic too.
What's that?
It's a hard category too.
Right, exactly, because I mean, yeah. So then we were talking about someone, I think Riley, maybe, or was it you, Tyler? I don't know. I don't remember who, but someone was saying about Cinco de Mayo. And
It wasn't me. I put some suggestions out there, but I don't think that was me.
Yeah, I don't know. I forget what yours, because I mean, I think we were just all shooting from the hip and just waiting until something sounded good, or at least just denying instantaneously, no. Do you remember when yours were?
It was a week ago. How am I supposed to remember something like that? I don't know.
It was a week ago. It seems a lot longer than that. But
Oh yeah, it did. What the heck?
So at first we were all like Cinco de Mayo, then we were just like, what the fuck? Like, what movie would we actually make about Cinco de Mayo that had anything to do with that? We basically it's just a bunch of stupid white people celebrating a holiday that means nothing to us. Right? I mean, so, and then we were going back to Exile because I left my credit card in the little checkbook thingy. And I know it was me who came up with the idea, but while we were driving there, I decide, what if a woman has an OCD problem and her OCD is that she celebrates every obscure holiday every day because there's those daily holidays. And I think for the most part, everyone was like, that was cool, or that was at least a good idea to where we can wrap a story around that and not be normal, or like do something different that no one's probably ever seen or would have figured with this holiday. And then the rest is history. We spend the next 2.5 hours driving back to Cedar Rapids, talking about the story. And then Tyler goes to bed early.
Yeah, I get knocked out in the car really hard.
Well, then we get back, it's 10:30, like, I'm going to bed. I'm like, okay. But then again, you've been sitting in a car for 8 hours.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a lightweight too, so.
A lightweight? You act like you were just drinking with us.
Well, yeah, I didn't drink. That too, so. I was the only one that didn't drink, and I was in the car for 8 hours, so it's a weird combination.
Just
no, I hear it.
Ground alcohol. I was like, oh fuck, I feel drunk.
I got a contact butt high or something.
There you go.
But yeah, I had fun. Did you have fun your first time, Tyler?
Yeah, it was definitely a good experience.
I like how you dodged the question. Like, I asked you if you had fun, and you just said it was a good experience.
Fun is a relative term when you're on the job.
That,
Fun is a relative term when you're on the job, so.
On the job. That's true. But, it was a good experience. We won't go into what we did. Again, the rest of it's just making a movie.
You want to plug the film so we can find it, or anyone?
What's that?
You want to plug the film so if anyone wants to watch it, or?
So it's called Thanks for the Holidays. I actually created a YouTube channel called Team FIP. Team FIP stands for Team Fix It in Post. So our trailer's on there. Tyler, link it in your little Tumblr notes.
We'll do. I'll put it in the YouTube link. So, but I will get that out.
August 2nd, we go to Des Moines to view it in front of everyone else. And then a couple days later, we find out if we're in the finals. If we're not in the finals, then we can show the final film online. But if we do make it to the finals, which is August 18th, we're not allowed to show it till the 19th. So let's hope we don't show it till the 19th, right?
Either the 3rd or 19th, but yeah, hopefully the 19th.
No, it would be like that weekend, so the 6th or something like that, because they have to let both parties go through. So,
Gotcha.
But yeah. So I know, we've obviously all watched it. I think we all have our own opinions. What did you think of the overall final edit of it, Tyler?
It turned out a lot better than I was expecting it from what I was seeing on set. I didn't think it was bad when we were shooting it, but seeing it in full context of everything that it's supposed to be made so much more sense than like individual lines of dialogue while I was on set.
Right.
It's like that shoot I was telling you about I was on yesterday, where all you see are vampires and reincarnation and muses screaming at each other for 3 hours, and you have no idea what's going on, and it looks it looks different than it actually is.
Yeah.
And I thought the end product was actually really good. I liked the way that you did the like the drone shots. I think that helped quite a bit. Like, it added a lot of like visual flair to things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's no way any of the drone shots can look bad ever.
I don't know. I've seen some shitty drone operators before.
Well, with our operator.
Yeah, with our operator, Caleb. Yeah.
I'll remember that when I do my film.
Mm-hmm. I guess I was envisioning. That's not obviously what I exactly envisioned, but I knew it could come together. And luckily we had. This is so cliche for me to say. I knew we had the right team. Blah blah blah. But like even Nick was like, it turned out a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I'm just like, have faith. You know what I mean? But it was fun. Definitely gets. I think it was good. It's definitely more polished than our last year's entry, which was Morgan and Kershaw, which you can find on Vimeo if you look for Morgan Kershaw. Last year we made it to the finals, won best soundtrack. This year, I definitely think we have a chance for best actress. I think Lauren knocked it out of the park for sure.
I agree.
Cinematography, I think we have a chance. You know, I don't know overall if we have a chance or not, but we'll see. I mean, I hope we do, but I think we're gonna at least make it to the finals.
We can hope, man.
Yeah. So I mean, we'll find out next week. So we'll definitely keep Tyler. Tyler will update everyone else, and then maybe hopefully we can come back on at some point if we do take home the gold. Oh yeah.
To Victory podcast.
Right. But I don't know. I know we talked about doing it again next year, but then also doing Chicago, because Chicago's like 3 or 4 weeks after Cedar Rapids, usually, or not Cedar Rapids, Des Moines usually.
Yeah.
So.
Well, cool. I'm playing things out by year because maybe I might have a job by then, so I don't know if
that's a real job.
Yeah, I'll actually be doing things.
Right. This is all hypothetical, anyways. I mean, fuck. Next year will come. I might already have a wedding booked for next year. I have 10 weddings booked for next year, and that might be one of the dates already. So I don't even fucking know. Yeah. So again. But yeah, I definitely had fun, Sean.
Oh yeah, it was a good time. I always have a good time. Felt like I was gonna die in like the first 3 hours, but that's
well, you drank like 3 energy drinks, 2 Red Bulls. I don't know.
I had a caffeine overload, and I was like freaking the fuck out, thinking I was gonna have a heart attack or pass out.
Dude, I don't feel good.
You're just like, fucking suck it up.
Well, drunk filmmaking, different kind of experience.
Yes.
It is hard to know exactly. Now, I mean, obviously I learned a lot more this year too, saying not everyone has to be up at 4 in the morning. Just the people to make sure the final script is what we want, and then have start like 6 or something, because there's a lot of sitting around, unfortunately. But once we got started, we got started.
Yeah, that Dunkin' Donuts was happy to see me though, so.
What's that?
That Dunkin' Donuts was very happy to see me though.
You're probably the first fucking customer of the day.
Oh, I was. The donut I picked out, it looked like it had been like just like moments out of the oven, because all the glaze on it was still warm and like sludgy. It wasn't like, it hadn't cooled down yet, so.
Do you guys remember when, I don't know, I mean, I assume Tyler, did you live close to a Krispy Kreme donut?
I was within like half an hour of one.
Oh, well, fuck. Okay, so
I used to go to it all the time. I did, so it was just not close.
Right. Oh, so basically, you know where Dunkin' Donuts was, where you went out here in Cedar Rapids? The Krispy Kreme was one of the other restaurants, like not Burger King, but like Arby's or Taco Bell or Starbucks. It was one of those buildings.
Sure.
And I remember when I first moved to Cedar Rapids, it just opened up. I'm 20 years old. All me and my friends would do is just get super baked, and then like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, drive out to Krispy Kreme, and they got the hot, fresh donut coming, light on the board. And then we realized you get there, and if they did the chocolate ones, you ask them, can we get some without the glaze on it, so it's just cake and no icing? Oh my god, it was like heaven bliss.
Monster.
But then again, you eat too many, you feel like you're gonna throw up because it's pure sugar.
That's brilliant.
Now I can't. If I ever look at a Krispy Kreme donut again, I'm like.
Should we talk about MOVIEBONER a little bit?
Yeah.
Before I gotta take off here.
Well, I was gonna ask, what were you guys' like favorite movies this year before we could lose anyone?
Yeah.
So.
Let's do that. I'll go first. My favorite movie of the year, like it should be everyone else's, but it's Green Room. Green Room is a masterpiece, and everyone should watch it. Directed by Jeremy Saulnier, who did Murder Party, and right after that did Blue Ruin. Have you guys seen it? I mean, I know Carl's seen it. Have you seen it, Tyler?
Love Blue Ruin. I missed its theatrical run, but I have the a copy set up at the library as soon as it's still available. So.
Of Green Room?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Definitely check it out. It's just a really, really good contained thriller. Much like Assault on Precinct 13 and stuff like that. Yeah, sure. I really love it. The runner-up for that, for me, would be The Invitation by Karan Kusama, and that's on Netflix right now. That's kind of another contained kind of mystery thriller, sort of cult-ish kind of movie. Can't really say much about it just because it's so interesting to watch. A lot of really good dialogue and everything like that. It's a really, really solid script. But yeah, that's on Netflix right now, and everyone should check that out, called The Invitation.
Sure.
So my answer is the same as Sean's for best movie of the year so far, is Green Room. I mean, it's a great movie, but then again, it's also saying, what the fuck's helping us to all the other movies coming out, that's been released this year, in my opinion.
Yeah, this has been a bad year.
Yeah, it's been a shitty year. But, I mean, Green Room is still phenomenal. Like, it was me, him, me, Sean, our buddy Drew, and we went to like the second, or was it the first day it was out? No, it was like the second or third day it was out in the movie theaters here.
Yeah. Only like a week run. In our town. And
so we go there and we're all debating how many people are there. Like, I'd be surprised if half of this movie theater's filled up. We go there, and there's only 2 other people in this fucking movie.
But they're just as huge fans as
right.
So. Yeah,
exactly. And so there's only 5 of us in there, and I was definitely on the edge of my seat for some of those parts of the movie. I mean, I don't know what you know about the movie, Tyler. I mean, obviously,
I went to an art house theater a couple months ago, and I saw the trailer for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I know a good deal about like what the premise is.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, you'll see it. I mean, it's great. All the acting is great. The storytelling. I don't think there's really anything wrong with the film. I talked to some people at work, and they're like, "There's major plot holes." Blah blah blah. And I was like, "Well, what's the plot holes?" And they told me. I go, but there's no reason for that needs to be explained anymore. They explained it, just they didn't explain it as long as other things. It doesn't matter.
Plus, that's not the point of the movie.
You don't need to explain. Exactly. Right. You don't need to. You gotta trust your audience. You really do. I mean, and you hopefully they're smart and they're not your coworkers and are a little bit dense. But like, you gotta trust them. You gotta like fill in the blanks yourself, and that's what's fucking fun about a movie like that.
Mm-hmm. You know, and I'm also having a hard time saying what is my second favorite, because my problem is I don't remember what movies come out this year compared to last year, and I mix them all up together. I mean,
I pulled out my ticket stubs from this year, so I could.
I kind of disagree with you guys about how when it's been like a kind of a shitty year. On the indie side, it's been really solid for me.
Well,
anyway.
yeah. The problem is sorry.
Go ahead. Sorry.
The problem has just been the tentpole movies have been bad. There's like every month when the big movie is supposed to come out, it ends up sucking or it's just okay.
Yeah.
I think there's maybe been 1 or 2 exceptions to that so far this year.
I think that was a problem last year too, where a lot of the huge movies were just okay, and it's like, well, yeah, I don't really ever need to see them again. We need those movies where you want to rewatch them and shit. And a lot of that stuff for this year, for me at least, has been a lot of the indie movies. Still haven't seen Swiss Army Man, and I really want to see that. But
I did. I already saw that.
Oh, nice. Did you like it?
I liked it quite a bit. I wasn't sure what I was going into, but I ended up watching the directors they go by the title of Daniels. Yeah. And I watched a couple of their shorts, and they're really good.
Nice. I'm really stoked to see that.
Yeah, I want to see that too, and I never got to see Neon Demon either.
I haven't seen that either. Apparently, the Swiss Army Man guys, they directed the Turn Down for What music video.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's pretty bizarre, but it's great.
I love that video. It's fucking badass.
I was like, I saw Swiss Army Man, then I watched the video, I'm like, yeah, that makes so much sense.
Wow. Crazy.
Oh, Oh, well, I'm going to give a slightly flippant answer, because it's kind of a toss-up for me with 3 movies that I consider the best. 2 of them are like long overdue, like movies that came out like in different countries and they just now got released. So they're technically this year, but not really. Those 2 are Chimes at Midnight and Only Yesterday. Only Yesterday comes from the animation studio that did movies like Grave of the Fireflies and stuff like that. So it's got that kind of very dark. Actually, it's not that dark, but it's very mature storytelling with an animated film, and I thought it was really good.
It's not Studio Ghibli, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay.
But it wasn't Miyazaki. It was one of their other directors. So right. That's why I went for Grave of the Fireflies. So.
Cool.
And the other one was Chimes at Midnight, which was the one of Orson Welles' films that only got released in Europe. And that was really good, except for the sound design. I couldn't understand what anyone was saying, and they were all speaking Shakespearean gibberish, so it was kind of difficult to understand what was happening. But
oh wow,
I appreciated just how much went into that film, so I would put those 2 at the top. Relative to what's come out this year, my favorite is probably a film called The Boy and the Beast, which just recently got discussed on MOVIEBONER.
I saw that thread. It looked pretty interesting.
It is. The director from that is a guy named Mamoru Hosoda, who he used to do I think the Digimon show in the 90s. And
really?
Yeah, and now he just does like art house Japanese movies, and they're all really good. Like, if you ever get a chance, watch Wolf Children, because it's probably his best one, but this one is really good too, and I consider that the best or the best, if not, or my favorite film that's come out this year so far. The best one's still probably Swiss Army Man, but that one didn't quite get to me as much as Boy and the Beast did, just subjectively. So.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't watch as many movies as you guys fucking do. You guys watch tons of movies.
Well, yeah, up until now I haven't had a job, so.
That's true. I go home and I look on VOD and I'm like, oh, this movie, that movie. I just get them all. I watch them.
I need some oil in my eye sockets.
One other movie I'm really stoked for is the guy who did What We Do in the Shadows, Taika something. I forget his last name. But Hunt for the Wilder People. I really want to see that really bad. And my local art house, I guess art house theater called The Film Scene in Iowa City is going to be playing that. So I'm really excited to see that.
I wasn't aware that he was doing anything before Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see what he does with that too. I don't know what came first. I'm assuming Hunt for the Wilder People, and that stars Sam Neill, because I know he's kind of like a New Zealand-based director. But yeah,
I get the sense that like every filmmaker in the New Zealand knows each other.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, can't be that very big of a,
there's like the Flight of the Conchords guys, and then there's Peter Jackson, and then there's like no one else.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a small freaking country, man. It's just like no one there. I don't know.
It is, but they're all pretty good. I mean,
yeah, it's weird. They're really good. I just pulled up Takai TT. What kind of name? I don't want to jump to like conclusions here, but what kind of name is that?
I think it's something like Middle Eastern. I'm pretty sure because he looks like kind of that gender.
Russian Jewish. Okay.
Okay.
It sounds almost like Pacific-ish, like Pacific Islander. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's a solid filmmaker. I love What We Do in the Shadows and a lot of the Flight of the Conchord stuff, and yeah. Stoked to see that movie.
I'm looking up his stuff now. So yeah, he said What We Do in the Shadows was last year. Actually, that came out 2 years ago. That's weird. Yeah, because it only got that American release because of the Kickstarter. So
nice.
Then
I love that.
Yeah. So then Hunt for the Willow People. Is that coming out here?
Yeah, it'll be out, I think, sometime in August or sometime early September.
Oh man, that's gonna be great.
Yeah, I mean, it's got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes right now.
Wow. I mean, What We Did in the Shadows ended up in my my top 10 list last year, so.
Same, I love that movie.
He's kind of an old-fashioned kind of guy. Maybe we should get some slaves. Oh my gosh.
It'd just be better if no one had fucked it. That's the best.
Well, without the context, it's not quite as good, but yeah, that line is great.
You gotta watch it.
Why do vampires eat like virgins? I think we do it because it's cool. Oh my gosh.
I have no idea what the fuck you guys are talking about. I'm just sitting back here like, whatever, let's talk about something relevant. Jesus. Just kidding.
What was the last episode we all did together? Was it Deadpool and Hail Caesar?
I think it was.
Yeah.
Did that ever premiere?
Yeah, I think it's up.
It's
okay.
up there.
I know a couple episodes didn't make the cut at some point, but
the first season, there was like the last two that never did because I'm lazy. So yeah, Hell Caesar Deadpool is the last episode I've ever put up. And then China and I tried doing a Oscar one or whatever.
Oh gosh.
And that was just like horrific. There was no way I was gonna listen to everything and edit stuff. Ugh.
We had a big plan of like trying to like doing a drinking game and like putting a video version and audio version of watching the Oscars up, and it didn't work out.
No, yeah.
I wouldn't want to sit and watch the Oscars for 3 hours though. I mean, I'm in this industry. I don't give a crap what the Oscars does.
It was more or less not that we really wanted to. It was more or less, let's do something fun and different. And this was it. And
Fun of the Oscars.
Oh,
yeah.
Good. As it should be, of course.
Yes.
Right. But so do you guys know there's Death is coming, or Death has arrived?
What?
Yes, it's here.
Death has arrived, Tyler.
I don't know what that is.
It's called Movie Boner Podcast. It's fucking dead. I killed it.
You know, until we revive it, like we're gonna be like a dying person. We're gonna resuscitate it every other month and just.
I want to put out one episode.
It's like electrocuting a corpse. You know, I mean, don't like the nerves fly around, but it. Hello.
Yeah.
We lost my video.
Aw.
Oh crap. Well, at least we.
No, we got Charlie Brown stuck in the Matrix.
It's you're in the Matrix, Charlie Brown.
But yeah, I don't know. We decided, if people don't know, we did a podcast called Movie Boner Podcast. That's where we met Tyler at.
We brought up Movie Boner several times now.
What's that?
I brought up the term. We brought up Movie Boner several times now. I'm sure they're very confused about that. What's a Movie Boner? That sounds weird.
It's a group on Facebook we all have, and we just like literally all we do is talk about movies. And we had an idea, or Carl had the idea of doing a podcast about it, and we it was just kind of Carl and I for a while, and Tyler joined, and it made it way better. Because Carl and I agree pretty much on a lot of things, but especially movie-wise. But
then I keep getting busy, and I don't want to put the effort into it. And then I'm like, oh, I don't have anything to do. 2 months later, oh, I'm back to being super busy again. So,
well,
yeah.
Crap.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I do have to get going. Sorry, guys.
He's late for band practice.
I am.
Oh, heck no.
15 minutes late. But Tyler, it was good to actually meet you when you were down here.
You too,
And,
definitely.
Thanks for having me on the show, and hope it goes well. The rest.
Sure thing.
And death to Movie Boner, but it was a good time.
Rest in peace.
I wish I had some like historical quote I could like mutilate right now and put Movie Boner in it.
Movie Boner, it was the best of times. It was the sex of time.
Ich bin ein Movie Boner.
It was stiff and limp at the same time.
I'm out.
And
Later.
Sean is out.
Later.
I'm sending a message real quick, so I'm kind of be distracted for a sec.
Yay. So there was once the guy that walked into a bar. That's fine.
Hi, Sean again. They're recording out of the same house for people who can't see the video,
Yeah.
which is everyone but us.
I have alls the gears. It just works out that way. But yeah, I'll just fill up space and time. So did you go see the new Star Trek movie yet?
I did. I want to give a more conclusive discussion about that. Can I have a sec so I can finish this? Yeah,
No,
say your thoughts on it just while I'm writing this.
Well, I'll talk about another movie. I doubt you've have you seen the new Jason Bourne movie yet?
No, I heard it was bad.
Yes. Do you have any reason for me not to talk about it right now in case I'm gonna spoil anything for you, or do you want me to not?
I had originally had an inclination to go see it, but now I really don't, since I heard it was so bad. So I was like, I'm not worried about it anymore.
Okay, so I went to go see it because I like Matt Damon. I like him a lot. And you get fucking phones right on top of your speaker. Microphone.
Yeah, that's pretty obnoxious.
You know, I went to go see it after work. And I mean, I didn't have huge expectations for it because there's no way it's going to be better than the first three, right? Even Ultimatum is like, okay.
It could have been as good as Supremacy.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe.
it could have. I mean, I guess I wasn't expecting it to be, right?
Yeah, of course.
Stuff. Especially once you put Tommy Lee Jones in it, it's like, why? Why is he in it for? You know, I don't know. I mean, I don't have a problem with Tommy Lee Jones. It's just in this world, I guess. So anyways, I went to go see it, and it definitely falls short. It loses its sex appeal from what like the first three stories had, you know, just
Only really the first one, I think, because I watched the first one and half of Supremacy recently, sort of to build up to it. And there wasn't much of that in the second one.
That's true. I mean, the first one does have that nostalgia about it. That's pretty fantastic. And you're right. I guess the second and third one kind of fall away from that, but at least it's still kind of there, I guess. I don't know. I mean, it's just the story's kind of messy, and it's just like this is how you guys want to take it down this road. But it's definitely not as bad as the Jeremy Renner one. You know, I mean, that's definitely my least favorite out of all.
I never saw it, but I dug the idea of Jeremy Renner as another agent in this universe. But
I guess I just don't dig him as a main actor, so that was my problem.
well, there's that. What about Hurt Locker?
I did like that movie.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, maybe I'll watch it again, but before I had my opinion about Jeremy, that's the movie that really made it solidified for me. Because I like him in all the other, what is it, SWAT? He's like, just a, level C actor, not level C, but he's not main or assistant actor. But then like, what's that? Like
low C-list, essentially.
Yeah, and like he's in the town. He's great in the town because he's not the lead actor. He's not. It's not all dependent on him.
Did you ever see the assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford?
I've seen 20 minutes of it, then I fell asleep. So
it's a hard movie, but he's in that for like the first hour, I think.
Right, and I mean, that's just me. I don't think he's a bad actor. He's just not my favorite when he's leading role. So I like the whole idea of someone else in the same universe as Jason Bourne. I just would have wanted someone else. I understand why they chose him because they're writing his coattails of being Hawkeye, and stuff.
Well, yeah, they're gonna they picked the least interesting Avenger from the first movie and just chose him for the role.
Basically. I mean, you don't have much going on, so it won't cost us much money to have you be this guy.
Yeah, I remember his name drop in Birdman. It's like, get that guy from the Hurt Locker. He's huge. No, he's in the Avengers. Dang it!
Right. So yeah, I mean, I watched it, and everything of that nature, and I mean, it's whatever, I mean, I'll probably never really watch it ever again, but I will say this car chase scene is pretty cool. I mean, that's one thing always with the Jason Bourne movies, the car chase scenes are always pretty intense, or at least well done.
Do you think Greengrass wanted to make it?
What's that?
Do you think Greengrass actually wanted to make this one?
I have no idea. I think they just... Do you think they made it because of how well The Martian did and they thought they can just grab some money? My
general assumption was that that some guy at whatever studio it was really wanted to make another Jason Bourne movie, so they dragged everyone out of their tombs and put them like at the front of this movie, and no one was really into it. I mean, maybe Greengrass, maybe this was like his recompense for getting to do all of his recent movies. So right. It's like, hey, I want to do Captain Phillips. It's like, okay, but you have to do another Bourne. He's like, okay. Fine. Yeah. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe it just wasn't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's fine. It's whatever. It's not horrible, and so of that nature. But so let's talk. I mean, again, I'm not going to talk tons about it, but now since you've seen it, I can actually talk to you about it. The Star Trek movie. Did you read my review? I have not. Dude, I don't read anyone's reviews. I don't have time for that shit. Mine are like, you can read mine in like 2 minutes, but whatever. I really liked this one. Are you a big Star Trek fan? Yes, I've seen I think I've seen the entire original series, and I've been meaning to start the other series as well. And I think it does an exceptional job of recapturing like the vibe of the older movies while still being like something that could have only really been a Justin Lin movie or a Simon Pegg movie. So it was it managed to homage the old style while still being itself. I kind of understood what you were saying, that it doesn't feel like it doesn't have that sense of confidence or viscerality that the other two had. Because J.J. Abrams, I'd say he's probably a better visual filmmaker than Justin Lin, but I get the sense with those movies that he really didn't like or care about the property all that much, and he was just kind of doing it because he needed to do it. And so I kind of appreciated this one a little bit more just as a Star Trek movie, but I'd say the first one's probably still the best movie of the bunch. Out of the three newer ones that you're talking about? Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah, by far. I mean, I don't think you're going to. The first one, I don't know. Maybe was it because everyone's super excited for it to come out, I mean, or was it, I think the overall feel of it was great, and then you slap J.J. Abrams' name across it. But this one, again, I'm not trying to bash on your friend, but when he was like, this one wasn't predictable at all, I knew from the get-go. Well, okay, not from the get-go, but right when they introduced, can we talk about it? Like, spoilers? General spoilers for Star Trek Beyond. Go see it. Okay. So, basically, right when, they kept talking about, where'd you learn English? When did you learn English? I mean, they're already putting in your head about, how you're supposed to keep thinking, how do they know English for? And then that one woman's like, where did you get that symbol from? Like, it's part of my Starfleet.
and then all of a sudden she takes him to the fucking spaceship, and I'm just like, well, this is probably feels like a whole bunch of like Event Horizon feel, where they're on the spaceship, it kind of has that feel of it, and then all of a sudden you see that movie play, you see the crew. I'm like, it's the crew. Like, obviously it wasn't the whole entire crew, it was the entire bad guy, but I just like, the crew's the bad guy. Like, I mean, if no one found, like, I knew it from the get-go, and then like, of course they show it, I'm just like, so underwhelming right now, and stuff of that nature. But I totally get the part where you guys were saying like, it feels like a Star Trek episode in the old school movies. I can't speak on that behalf. I just have to believe what you guys say, because I don't even know if I've ever watched a full Star Trek movie, the older ones. And I used to watch the TV show randomly when I was a kid, but not like, I was never like have to watch type thing, Yeah. And so I believe that when you guys say that, I can understand that, because it does have that kind of quirkiness, is not the right word, but just that kind of like adventure, I guess, right? And
it's a tone issue, I guess. Tone issue. It was so similar to the old ones, and there was also a lot of subtle and unsubtle nods to the original that were it was different than the way J.J. Abrams does Easter eggs. Like when he did Force Awakens, the Easter egg was like, Finn picks up the droid from the first movie, shows it center frame, and then throws it away. In this movie, all of the nods were very like small like moments that they were homaging, like the scene where the really good scene at the beginning where Kirk and Bones are having a drink. That movie, that's a moment that's happened like 4 or 5 times in the series, and it's essentially this known as the Two Fallen Friends moment, where someone dies and then the rest of the crew just kind of says "to fallen friends" and then they pour out a drink. And that's kind of a regular thing that's happened in the series. Okay. So it's nods like that. And the Franklin, which I haven't seen the show, but I'm told that that's actually a reference to one of the later Star Trek shows, Star Trek Enterprise, where that's the same model as the starship as it was on that show. So we're just trying to be like a little in continuity nod to that.
Right. And I mean, again, I didn't think it was a horrible movie. It was good.
Compared to a lot of the stuff this year, especially.
Right, exactly, and that was my whole point. It's just, I guess, I just don't see how it was that great, but I guess it's the whole stupid saying, to each their own, and everything.
It's fans v non-fans, essentially.
Right, exactly. I mean, I'll probably watch it again one of these times, like a year from now when it's on HBO Go or Stars or whatever normality of streaming services it's on, and I wake up Saturday morning, I'm like, all right, I'll just watch this again, I mean, and stuff. It's just, I guess I was expecting a little bit different from coming from Justin Lin, and I mean, I wasn't expecting this to be a Fast and the Furious movie, obviously.
There was for that one scene, but just for that one.
With the very end, with the motorcycle chasing around.
Yeah.
I just thought that, with that, let's talk about that then. Like, I thought that should have been done way better. Like the parts with him on the motorcycle and stuff, I thought that just CGI just didn't look good. I just thought it just looked they just didn't put all this time and effort into it, and
I thought it was a clever story beat, but
yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, I guess I don't know.
I mean, I'm not as strong visually on filmmaking as I am in audio, but
right,
like visual hiccups don't bother me quite as much as it does a lot of people, unless it's like really, really bad and obvious, and that didn't really get to me as much.
Right.
I thought there was enough really good CGI in this anyway to kind of like make up for it. So
yeah, I mean, I guess it's just me. I mean, again, I wasn't expecting to be all CGI and be beautiful and
No, it's your opinion. I'm not trying to like refute on everything. I'm
right. Yeah. Like I said, it wasn't a horrible movie. It was it was entertaining, and like you said, it's definitely one of the better tentpole movies to come out so far this year. I mean, and I guess Sean and I were saying, like, what happens if Suicide Squad's like a huge flop, right? Like, it's got this huge build-up. What's that?
It could be. Yellow? I'm gonna hang up and call back. Yeah, we just totally lost him. Hello?
Yep.
Yeah, we lost you. You were saying about Suicide Squad?
Oh, I was just saying, if Suicide Squad is a flop this year, then that's a good case to say 2016 for tentpole movies is a huge flop. I mean, you can say, yes, Civil War did very well, but that's it. I mean, out of all the tentpole movies coming out this year that everyone expected to be great, just major flops. I mean, obviously Batman v Superman, or Superman v Batman, whichever order it goes in.
It doesn't matter. They both sucked, so.
They both sucked, right? You know, I mean, and then the Star Trek movies not being perceived that well.
I have my passes here, like my tickets for the movies that I saw all year. I'm going to read off a couple of them. Just like bad ones that did not turn out well. Hail Caesar was okay, not great. There was Deadpool. That helped.
That's true. But, I mean, I don't think people were expecting it to be, you know, it wasn't considered...
Yeah, it wasn't a tentpole.
Because that's why it would come out on February 4.
Yeah, pretty much. 10 Cloverfield Lane was okay, but it wasn't a tentpole.
Mm-hmm.
Jungle Book.
Was Jungle Book good?
I thought so. I liked the old version a lot, and I enjoyed going to see it. It was really good visually. They had really good CGI for it.
Right.
It's like Avatar level CGI. So
cool.
Nice Guys.
Yeah, Sean told me I should go see that one.
X-Men Apocalypse.
Yeah, that was a tragedy.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, my brother was like, it's worse than the first one. I don't know how it could have been, but it was.
Yeah, it kind of was. Warcraft, which was depressingly bad.
Yeah, my brother was like, he goes, I love the parts with the orcs in it, but the parts with the fucking humans was horrible.
Yeah, I don't know how they screwed that up. Duncan Jones is a great filmmaker. Do you ever see Moon?
Nope.
That was his first movie, or Source Code.
Oh, I've seen Source Code. I like that.
Moon's technically a better movie, but Source Code is just a great like action movie. So then there was Finding Dory, which was okay. Independence Day Resurgence.
Which I heard is not that great.
It's amusing, but not good.
Right.
Then there was Ghostbusters, and then there was a bunch of smaller films.
And I've heard mixed reviews about Ghostbusters.
Don't say anything about Ghostbusters on the internet.
Oh, I know. I was listening to your guys' fucking podcast about that. You and your friend, you guys and her saying no matter which way you're gonna get fucking rammed up the ass for it. So.
Pretty much. I came out very like middle of the road on it. So.
Yeah.
And I watched a ton of reviews that were both ways on that. So.
So my 2 cents is I haven't seen it yet, and I will see it when it comes out on DVD or Blu-ray or whatever. Just because I'm just not gonna go pay $10 to go see it.
Do you like Paul? Do you like Paul Feig?
I don't know what that is.
The director, Bridesmaids, The Heat, Spy.
Oh, I saw Bridesmaids, and that was whatever. That was enjoyable. So then this is probably why I won't like this guy. I don't like Melissa McCarthy or whatever the fuck her name is.
I'm not a particularly huge fan either. So
she has the same set of skills that she does in every movie, so it's not funny. And what I don't mind her about Bridesmaids is she's not the leading actress in it. Now, I don't want to see Spy. I have no interest in seeing that because it's just whatever. My issue is I don't have a problem with it being female cast. My issue is the female cast that they picked.
They all come across to me as like SNL actors. Like
right.
I've seen a little bit of Kristen Wiig's recent like indie work, and
have you seen the one where? Oh my god, what the fuck's it called?
I haven't seen enough of it, but.
Yeah, there's this one movie, hold on, I'm looking it up right now, that I saw of hers. It was hilarious. It was, let's see here, Kristen Wiig, blah, 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 okay. Where is it at? Oh my god, where is it called? I don't know. Welcome to Me. Basically,
I've heard about that.
It's a very dark comedy. It's fantastic.
That's the one where she's a TV host, right?
Yeah, where she wins the lottery and she wants to be like Oprah. And she spends a lot of money on bullshit and stuff. I thought it was great. Riley, my girlfriend, she was not a fan of it all. But me and our roommate Cullen, we're just like, this is great. This is like right up our alley.
Sure.
And stuff. Did you watch, what's the movie with Fassbender where he has the head on him and they play in a band?
Michael Fassbender. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So
shoot.
Have
I haven't seen it, but Frank, I know what you're talking about, but I haven't seen it.
Okay. So if you like Frank, which me and Colin did, and my girlfriend did it, and then we watched Welcome to Me, it's just like they're the same. Okay, they're not the same movie, but they have that same style of comedy. You know, it just dry sense of humor, and just I don't know, it's great. But I mean, the Subway girl, I'm not a real big fan of hers. I'm not a huge big fan of Melissa McCarthy, you know, and stuff like that nature. So that's why I was just not, I don't care about the whole female cast. But like you said in your review, and I've heard other people talk about it, if they did this as like a third installment where they've passed the torch to these girls, you know, as saying they're the next Ghostbusters, lot better idea than just saying let's just reboot and act like the first Ghostbusters never happened, right?
Much better. I mean, I was gonna say, like, Kristen Wiig is a very good dramatic actress. I just can't. I don't get her sense of humor that much, though, from what I've seen of hers. I like whenever I see something like The Martian or Secret Life of Walter Mitty, where she's playing like a serious actress role. Right. It's always really good. She's always like, she's very commanding with her presence. She's really good with the like expressing like emotion and stuff like that. And I think that she does much better in that than she does with the comedy. Where I always think of like that one SNL routine where she's playing that student that like wrecks every classroom she goes into, and she just talks like, "Whoops, I didn't do it."
I don't know. I watched SNL forever, but I know she's SNL.
I watched it right as it was starting to get really bad when I was like a teenager. So,
right.
I just remember like when I was a teenager and Kristen Wiig was still big on that. It was like the Andy Samberg time right before he left.
Oh, yeah.
So it would have been like 2009, 2011, that area, I guess.
Interesting. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I have no problem with female cast, just different female cast. Whatever. I mean, people can talk shit about that if they want to, but I don't give a fuck. But whatever. So I don't know. And you know, it's just, we'll see. I mean, I wish there's some other movies I've seen previews for this year that are coming out. I just can't remember the names of them anymore. I know there's one coming out in December that looks really well done, but I just can't remember the name of it. Oh, I forgot to tell you before we had to recall. So Justin Lin is doing he's producing, and he's going to be the director of the second Bourne sequel for Jeremy Renner's.
Really?
Yeah.
They're still going to do it?
It says announced on IMDb.
Just announced?
Then he could be the director for Space Jam 2.
What? What? That's so bad.
Did you not know they were thinking about doing Space Jam 2?
No, I never heard they're going to do a Space Jam. I just didn't actually believe that it was going to happen.
Oh man, after LeBron James killed it in Trainwreck.
Oh man, jeez.
Yeah,
I pulled out my calendar because I have a couple of the upcoming recent movies on that.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. There was a couple movies coming out November. Okay, so we got Suicide Squad,
Pete's Dragon, Kubo and the Two Strings,
Sausage Party,
that bizarre Ben-Hur remake.
Oh, that looks god awful.
Why the heck would they do that?
I don't know. It's just,
I swear, if they don't actually kill someone reenacting the racing scene, I'm gonna be really disappointed in them.
It's only PG-13. War Dogs looks somewhat interesting.
He's killed more men than Cecil B. DeMille.
Let's see here. Mechanic. How does Jason Statham even have an acting career still? I mean, basically just plays the same guy in every fucking movie.
Because Transporter and Crank are pretty good?
Yeah. Now he just plays the same person over and over again.
Well, there's lots of people who do that.
That's true. I mean, I'm not mad on him, because if fucking someone paid me to be the same person over and over again, I definitely would keep being that person over and over again.
Well, I think the difference between his movies is what he actually does in the movies. Like, Transporter, he plays bland, car-driving shooter guy. In Crank, he plays, I am going to die in 10 minutes, so I'm going to shoot and screw my way through half of a city. Right.
That's true. What was I going to say? I mean, he was really good. I liked him in The Italian Job.
I haven't seen that. Is it a good movie?
I mean, it's good. It's fun, I guess. I mean, I'm a sucker for like bank robbery movies or like, you know, thief movies and stuff like that. And plus, what's her name? Charlize Theron or whatever. She's pretty hot. She's really good.
Furiosa, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see here. I'm going through. There's a Trolls movie. Are you fucking kidding me?
There's also an Emoji movie.
What? Emoji movie. It's hilarious.
As if the world didn't have more reasons to burn itself down right now.
All right. Let's see here. Rules don't apply. Bad Santa 2. Oh yeah.
Jingle All the Way 4.
Yeah.
Did you see that there was apparently a Jingle All the Way sequel with Larry the Cable Guy?
Yeah.
Apparently,
I mean,
apparently
I don't
Larry
know.
the Cable Guy has gotten into a good career spot where he gets to make bad comedy sequels.
Whatever gets put $1 in his pocket, right?
He has family to feed.
I mean, obviously, you got fucking Rogue One, which looks pretty fantastic, but everything else for the rest of the year just doesn't look interesting. Obviously, man, I'm trying to remember. There was some sort of indie film I saw coming out later this year, and I can't remember what the fuck it was.
Are you confident in Rogue One at the moment?
Am I? I think it's going to be good. I just think people are going to expect it to be too much like Star Wars. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how you would separate the two and still make them good, because obviously you're tying into the story. But I mean, they've only released the one preview, right?
Yeah. There was a preview, and then there was a 3-minute documentary they released.
Right, where they did like behind the scenes stuff and stuff like that. Yeah, and I watched that and I thought that was fantastic.
Yeah.
And so, because it was really cool to kind of get insight of what they were doing and stuff like that nature. But I think if they try to be their own franchise, it's going to kill them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
I have two concerns going into it at the moment. I don't know if Gareth Edwards has gotten better since Godzilla, and I don't know if it's going. I don't know if how this is going to connect to the other movies.
Like, how are they going to?
What are they using this movie to accomplish for the greater Star Wars universe? Like, is there a character they're going to kind of propel into the sequels that they're using this to introduce?
We can't really. I mean, because you got to think about it, this is before. This is between 3 and 4, right?
Maybe they're using this as to explain a concept that hasn't been in the movies before.
I think that's what they're doing, right? Because the whole point of this is so you knew how did they get the plans to the Death Star, right?
Yeah.
And so I think that's where I think you're right, though. They're going to use this as the way to explain shit that was never explained in the previous 6 movies. I mean, because in 2 years is going to be the Han Solo movie, right?
I'm actually pretty excited for that.
Yeah. They did finalize on an actor for him, right?
Yeah, it's the dude from Hail Caesar.
Is it the cowboy kid, right?
The cowboy, yeah.
Yeah, see, he's great.
I was so happy when I found out about that, because I heard for a while it was going to be like Dave Franco or something, and I was like, oh gosh, please, no, just kill me now. And then I found it was like, oh, it's this new guy from a great art movie, and I was like, that's actually really good.
Mm-hmm. So I remember I was reading a review about someone else that they were talking about possibly being Han Solo, and who was it? And he was saying that his current character that he's playing on either what movie or TV show killed his chances. Who is it?
Charlie Cox from Daredevil.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I read
that would have been interesting, I think.
I liked. Have you watched Daredevil?
Oh yeah.
I am a huge Daredevil guy. I love it. I actually have both the bobblehead Funko figures for it.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if Charlie Cox would have been necessarily the best one for the choice, but just because I'm so used to him as Daredevil.
Right.
But I love the explanation he gave for why that was, because he said he's so used to acting like he's blind for the past 2 years that he wasn't used to doing like regular like emoting, and it was like that screwed his chances up.
Right. I mean, it's definitely, he's an interesting thought behind it, you know, like,
oh yeah,
you know, I mean, at least it's a possibility for, you know, for sure to him to be in that movie or talk about. I mean, there's worse people you could have talked about to be the Han Solo, like you said. I mean, I like Dave Franco, but in that world, no way.
If you're gonna put Dave Franco into it, give him like a small role.
Mm-hmm. All right. Like, what would he be? Maybe like his brother or something, you know, like his older brother his younger brother.
I'd say just a random character. Like just have him, like a young kid on the street is just played by Dave Franco or something.
Right.
Like a street punk.
I mean, what's great about that Han Solo movie is no one has an idea about that, right? You have, I mean, with this Rogue One, like, again, I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, so me knowing past and stories, but for talking about someone in my world where you like the movies, but you just don't watch everything that comes out of it, like, you can at least get a sense of what this one's going to be because of the, the story of how to get it right. But this story for Han Solo, who knows what fucking direction they're going to get to? Like, they could start anywhere and everyone's going to be surprised, right? Is there a backstory of Han Solo really out there and anywhere in
comic book, in
any sort of fathom?
There's lots of books and stuff,
right? But like nothing that's really ever been like, I mean, besides the book, but nothing that's been really like put onto screen at all.
Oh, never on screen. Fashion. The whole Han Solo shows up fully formed in New Hope, and that's pretty much the way they expect you to assume that he's always been that way. Right.
So then you gotta assume that, it wouldn't surprise me if he meets fuck, oh my god, his Wookiee friend. Oh my
Chewbacca?
God. Yes, Chewbacca. God, I even saw the horrible. I can kind of already see it that they're going to show that Inception, obviously, right? They have to, unless they're going to do a second Han Solo prequel movie, but that's like 4 years from now, then, in theory, right? So,
well, they gotta wait and see how the first one does first.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying, if they don't introduce Chewbacca into this one, then it would be what I'm saying? I'm just like foreshadowing it. But if they introduce Chewbacca, I don't see it being surprised where they don't like each other at first, right? Like, they're not mortal enemies, but they have that conflict because they don't, there's no way. I don't see them being friends at the very get-go once they get introduced for the first time. That's my opinion. It'd be really weird if they just all of a sudden like, oh, we're best friends, But
especially since the moment before that, Chewbacca was just being seen like arrested by the Imperials in Revenge of the Sith. So
right, yeah. So I wonder how far back. I mean, so let's just say
probably like halfway through, because he looks like he'd be like maybe 10 years younger than Harrison Ford was in A New Hope.
So okay, so I guess that was my question. How old is Han Solo supposed to be in New Hope?
I'm gonna fly on the seat of my pants and just assume it's like 30. So
30, right? So, and then how far between? Okay, so
21 years between the movies, I think.
Oh no, I'm not talking about like actual years. I'm talking about in movie time, right? So
yeah, 21 years between when Darth Vader was hurt and when Luke Skywalker left Tatooine, essentially. Because
wait, how long was Darth Vader for before? Okay, so between
he becomes Darth Vader at the very end of Revenge of the Sith.
Yes.
Right as Luke Skywalker is being born,
right.
And we see him again in New Hope. Luke Skywalker is like 19 or 20 years old.
20 years old. Okay. All right. Cool. So then, if we put Han Solo 10 years older than Luke, so then that means when Luke is born in Revenge of the Sith, he's 10 years old. So then what you're saying is this time frame is going to technically fall between the same time frame as Rogue, between Sith.
Rogue is very immediately before New Hope, from what it seems.
That's true. Yeah, that's right. I'm sorry, but that's the time frame we're thinking Han Solo movie's gonna be, is between Sith and New Hope, because in theory he's gonna be a teenager, more or less, right?
Essentially, yeah.
Wouldn't it be cool if he has like a cameo in this movie somehow, even though I know that post-production...
They were gonna try. Apparently they decided not to, though.
Because they probably didn't have him planned out yet, did they?
I think that they might have written a version of the script with him in it. I don't know if they just decided not to shoot it or something, but... Well,
I'm saying, did they already have him picked out? Because he's only been finalized for like a month now, right? Or maybe 2?
Yeah, that's probably true, actually, because I remember that they were... the way it looked is that they were trying to finalize it just in time to have him cameo in the movie, but...
Right.
Evidently
kind of sweet, kind of like an Easter egg, like he just walks by, like he's got like a little not booth, but like a he's selling parts or something like that.
Kind of like Jeff Goldblum in Death Wish.
Right. Yeah. Han Solo's quick, needy, speedy parts. Get what you need or something. Or,
you ever seen Death Wish?
No.
It'll ruin your image of Jeff Goldblum.
Death Wish is which one?
The first one, like the
first one.
Yeah, this is the first. Like, it's one of Charles Bronson's early movies.
Oh yeah, no.
Anyway.
I know. Okay, I know which one you're talking about now, but I have not seen it. Jeff Goldblum's in this movie. Oh, there he is. He's freak number 1.
Yeah, he's a rapist.
Nice.
Yeah, it colors your his later appearances in Jurassic Park and Independence Day quite thoroughly, in all the wrong ways.
All right. Oh fuck. Well, man, I gotta get going. I got some edits I gotta finish up, or I'm gonna get in trouble by no one except for myself.
Fair enough.
Damn.
I got project work I can do myself, so.
But yeah, awesome, man. Well, thanks for having me. I will definitely be interested in being on again at a later point in time, for sure.
Sounds good.
So,
You should bring on more of the crew from 48 Hours next time. See if we can make a big group out of it.
oh yeah, for sure. And I don't know if I told you last time, or not last time, Jesus, when you were down here last weekend, but I'm gonna start a newer podcast. Has nothing to do with movies. Well, that's a lie. It might have to do with one time, but a completely different genre. But I'll explain that more to you later on in detail. But it'll be like a 5 or 6 person podcast, rotating guests and stuff like that nature, about random subjects. So
That's cool.
So it should be interesting. But all right, man. Well, appreciate it. So let me know when this is up, and then we get the other one turned onto unprivate. So
Fair enough.
all right, buddy. Take it easy.
Have a good night then.
You too.
Anyway, thank you very much for tuning into the movie. I said movie boner. Thank you very much for tuning into the GroupThink podcast. Have a good night. Hope you're doing well. Peace.